Hello, I'm Robbie Fowler and you're watching Redmen TV.
Well, yeah, I think you're right. I think okay, let's talk a little bit about what perhaps could have gone. But before we get to what could have done differently, I think we said before the game kicked off, the big Enrique not being in that starting 11, it was the first excuse before we'd even kicked the ball, and that was the first worry, because you think, again, it goes back to what I was saying, I love our first 11, but all of a sudden, you know, and you're training players into a new system, and then all of a sudden you're throwing Kelly in, who's not impressed at all in pre-season. I know he's only had a game and a half, like, and then you're playing Johnson left wing or left back, left wing back. He won't have done that at all in training.
No, I mean, the balance we saw in the two Gommel games and the Leverkusen game was with Enrique in there, and that's where we started to look good, and that's where we got excited. And I think straight away, yeah, it gave us an excuse, but straight away it did unbalance the team. Yeah. Because we said it the other night, Kelly is not a footballer. Yeah. He can't get the ball down and pass it and play it. Yeah. I'll qualify that with
he's a plumber.
Yeah. Alright. You uncultured bastards. Right. He's not a footballer in the team of getting the ball down on the floor and passing the football like the style of trying to play that Rodgers trying to implement. And he's a centre half.
But he's not. The thing is, he's not the flying attacking full back. I keep saying that, wing back that you need in that system. That's the problem.
And the Rodgers system's very dependent on full backs, isn't it? Yeah. But the thing is, and again, I know you said we'll come on to what you'd do different. Just as a thing in there, then Robinson's impressed pre-season. So like, would you have gone with keeping? I don't like how we changed two players.
Whereas change one.
Whereas you can only change one. You know what I mean? Yeah. Keep Johnson right back. He's played there all the time. You swap out the left. And I know it probably again before, and most people don't.
But on the flip side, you could have moved Agger to that position. Yeah. And brought Carragher or
But on the flip side, Glenn Johnson had a great game at left back.
I thought he played really well. I mean, there were a couple of little silly mistakes he made today in the second half, but aside from that, I thought he played really well today.
First half as an attacking threat, though. I mean, there's a couple of that chance when he got to the byline, he dropped the shoulder and he crossed it back, and was that the one that Suarez?
Yeah. He missed that shot on the edge of the box, though, didn't he? And again, I know it's a you're talking fine lines.
That's a defender coming onto the ball, though, isn't it?
Oh yeah, but it falls to Gera. They have one chance to first half. Gera's hit the top corner. Yeah. We've had 5 chances that it falls to Glenn Johnson, who has meant he's got that in his locker. He's done it before.
No, without a doubt.
Skies it, and we're still 1-0.
The problem is that's not as clear cut a chance as all that, and that's what I mean. And I can understand the comparison, but that 9 times out of 10, Zoltan Gera believes that over the bar, and he's it's the sun shot on the dog's ass today, and he stuck it in the topic, so to speak.
I've never heard that phrase before.
Really?
Just pulling them out left, right, and
yeah, my book of smutty phrases.
Like, today.
I know, yeah, take that one, Lineker. Okay, so let's look at what did you make of Joe Allen?
Thought he had a great game.
Great.
Compared to the rest of the team. I thought he was our best player. Yeah. Let's put it that way. And I think there was a lot of people who had that opinion of him. He kept the ball well. He kept us ticking, and he's the one who knows how to play that system, because he's played for Rodgers for the last however many years, so you kind of expect that from him, but it's a glimpse of what's to come. He doesn't give the ball away, he keeps things moving, he keeps things simple, and there's a lot of times we were saying you get to that position in the final third on the corner of the box, and a lot of our players' first instinct is to lob the ball in the box. Joe Allen's first instinct is to find another red shirt outside the box and keep the ball moving.
I must admit, Aubrey, that seemed very much, touching on what Mike said there, this thing about having Glenn Johnson playing out of position and stuff, it was almost like when they ran out, they have not learned the system enough, so they just reverted to what they know, and that meant that we ended up playing loads of aimless crosses from wide when we don't have our target man on the pitch, and that's not meant to be, as Mike said, that's not meant to be.
It reminded me of when we used to have Heskey and Owen, and who we are, and we'd take Heskey off and bring on someone who could cross the ball. It's like, what the fuck?
Well, we've done it for 10 years. That's why it was to bring Jermaine Pennant on and spot on for Crouch.
And again, we seem to have a tradition, and it does. I don't know. It's where I don't. I mean, he never even come near the pitch, but it's what I haven't liked about Adam in pre-season is the reverting to type when it gets a little bit hard. This game, it started to stretch 30 minutes. It was the plan, nice silky passing. It wasn't actually really creating anything. Suarez was creating for himself, and then he sort of went, yeah, but we'll go back to what we know because we know better. and Alan was kind of the only one who was sticking to type. He knows it because it's expected.
Well, a couple of times you notice in the midfield, because it's all about triangles, isn't it? And it's all about people being available for passes. And I could see Joe Allen moving, and the problem is, of course, is that if Steven Gerrard doesn't know the system, he doesn't know where Joe Allen's moving, he'll go left when he should be going right, and Joe Allen's waiting for him to go right because that's where Gerrard should go in the system. But this is the problem, and of course that we're still faced with this, is that good players or no, if it's meant to be about the system, isn't it? It's not about individuals, and we still do have a few too many individuals. I mean, maybe, you know, Steven Gerrard, Luis Suarez. I mean, Luis Suarez, if he scores 3 goals today, then you're laughing. Yeah. But if it doesn't work, all of a sudden you're thinking, well, hang on, where's the teamwork?
I think one of the disappointing things for me today was I wanted to see more of Barini. I really wanted, and he just seemed wasted where he was. It's like, you know, he was crossing in and I made a couple of good crosses, but again Suarez wasn't really picking up on them, and I think I just wanted to see more of what he can do, and I think he was really quite wasted where he was.
I think
that's why I wanted Carroll to come on earlier, because I'd love to. I wanted Suarez to come off for Carroll and see earlier on and see how Barini and Carroll worked.
Well, I think the way that Barini, we saw how Barini worked against Gommel, and what we did it at the start of the first half was you're looking to get people in beyond, playing on the shoulder last man, and that's where your penetration comes from, because this is the key issue, isn't it? The way Barcelona do, look what happened with Spain at the Euros. It's about turning, it's about getting people in, playing clever little throughballs, making clever little diagonal runs, and we tried it a few times. We got called offside 3 times, rightly at it once, wrongly twice. And it was almost like we packed that in, and that's Barini's strength. You don't want to see him stuck wide out on the wings. Although he did put a good cross in for the second half header that Suarez missed, but all the same, you know, we weren't playing as that sort of.
There was no fluidity. There was no fluidity, wasn't across the front 3. I think that's what was missing. I think if we'd have had, I know it's all ifs and buts, but if we had a home game to start off, maybe we would have seen that, because straight away you're on the front foot. You're the ones expected to go and dictate the play, and I think because we were playing West Brom, new manager, all trying to impress, it was kind of the wrong time for us and them, you know, for our new system to take off against a team that was obviously clearly trying to just nullify the game.
To be honest, I think I don't want to do West Brom a disservice. First half, I thought they pressed better than us. I thought they were a lot better disciplined all over the pitch. I thought Shane Long did an excellent job as the lone forward. You know what I mean? It's the way he held the ball, the way he brought people in, and of course it just wreaked havoc at times on our supposed world-class centre-back pairing of Agger and Skrtel. Man City, where are you? All of a sudden. But yeah, the interesting point is, of course, Steve Clarke there. The point was made before, and we'll have to make the point now, is while it seems a decent game on paper, West Brom away, you've got a guy there. We haven't quite instilled any new system. Steve Clarke knows this Liverpool side. He knows, with the exception of Alan and Barini, you know, he knows that entire
his weaknesses. He knows everything, how to hurt us, and he did it. He implemented it. He knew he was on the front foot, first to the ball, dictating the play. At times it was...
Yeah, well, as on the original agenda, it was like, we went through it and then it goes like, Steve Clarke, debut as a manager. How do we feel it went from his perspective? Clearly geared towards us absolutely fucking pasting them like, so Aubrey. In true condescension, how do we feel it went for the sacked Liverpool assistant manager?
Amazing.
Went pretty fucking well, didn't it?
Yeah, pretty good.